Welcome to Swagata's Way of Knowledge. Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I will explain decision control structure according to the class 8 of ICSE syllabus. So let's start decision control structure. At first we have to know why we use the decision control structure in the programming language. As I will explain this according to the Java software. Okay. So when we have to take one, suppose there is a condition that we have to give in one condition, and according to that condition we have to take in some action. So we have to, that means we have to take some decision. So we from this or for this we have to take the decision control structure. What is the, suppose take one example. Suppose I want to tell you that if it is raining, then we don't go to play in the outdoor game. Okay. So this is a condition that if it is raining, then what is the result or what is the perform we will do, that we will not play the outdoor game. Or another thing is that suppose I am telling you that if it is raining, then we will not play the outdoor game, we will play the indoor game. That means there is a one condition. According to the to one condition, there is a two decision. Either we will go to and play the outdoor game, or if we will not go to play the outdoor game, then we play the indoor game. So according to one condition, there are two decisions we are taking. One is we're playing in the outdoor game, or we play in the indoor game. So same thing happen in the Java programming or all of the programming language, but as your syllabus, according to your ICSE syllabus, we will explain according to the Java. Okay, so what are the decision control structure? So let's see what are the decision control structure. In the decision control structure, first we are coming to the if control structure. In the if control structure, there is a three part. One is the if statement, second is the if else statement, third is the if else if ladder. So what is this? Suppose what I am telling, that suppose if it is raining, we will play the outdoor game. That means there is a one condition. If the condition is true, then we do the particular, execute the particular statement. Next is if else statement. What is the if else statement? Suppose if it is raining, then if it's raining, then we will not play the outdoor game, else we play the indoor game. That means there is a if condition, there is a true or false. If true will be happen, then one portion will be executed. If false will be happen, the another portion will be executed. So there are the two statement, but here is the one statement. If this condition is true or false, then only one statement will be executed. And here there are multiple if else if ladder, means there are multiple true and false condition. According to this, or there are multiple condition is given, according to according to multiple condition, we have to perform some tasks or we have to execute some statements. So let's start, or let's give some example of each of this if control structure. Now we are coming if control structure under if statement. Here is the, as it is the syllabus is according to the Java, so we are explain the program in the Java. Public class, we have declared a class num if state. Now public static void main, we have to not give the explanation of it, because previous chapter, previous class I have explained it. Integer a, we have passing a parameter of integer a. It is output, enter number is, what are the number will be entered. If a means what are the value we are inserted, if greater than 4, then what will be the result, number is greater than 4 or number is wrong input. Suppose after the program will be executed, a output window will be open. Suppose you have to input an number. Suppose I am inputting a number that is the 7. Okay, so here the number 7 will be inputted. So what you will be checking here, here will be 7 will be put here. So 7 is greater than 4, this is value is true. If the value is true, if the condition is true, if condition is true, so this portion will be executed. What will be executed, the number is greater than 4. So here the output will be see that number is greater than 4. Okay, so this output will be executed. Suppose we are giving, or we are giving the output as a 2. Okay, we are giving the output 2. So what will be the happen, here in the place of 2 will be inputted. So in the place of a 2 will be seated. That means we have assigned the value 2 in the position of a. So
2 is not greater than 4. So that means this condition is false. When the condition is false, so this portion will not be executed. Okay, so which portion will be executed? This portion will be executed. That means wrong input. So what will be the get the result? That is wrong input. So in the if statement, if the condition will be true, then after that portion will be executed, after the if portion will be executed. If the condition is not satisfied, that is false, then this portion will not be executed. So if the condition, if condition will be true, then this portion will be executed. If the condition will be false, then this portion will be not be executed. This is the if statement. Okay. And this is the if else statement. What is the if else statement? Here we have declared a class even or okay, public static void main. Here we have declared integer number. System dot out dot println entered the number if number, okay, if number modular division equal to 0, that means if the number, whatever the number we are inputted, if it is the remainder will be 0, that means it is divided by the 2. Divided by 2 means this is the even number, so the result will be number is even, else the number will be odd. So this is the after the execution, a output screen will be generated. Suppose we have entered a number, the enter number is, what is the number? Suppose we have input number is 10. So here number is 10. Modular division 2 equal to 0. That means if the 10 is divided by 2, 5 result, the remainder will be 0. So condition will be true. That means this portion will be executed. So we will see the output that number is even. Okay. Now next what we do, we will take in another number, that is the 7. So what will be happen? In the place of the number we have put the 7. So 7 modular division 2 not equal to 0. That means if we divide the 7 by the 2, the result will be 3 and remainder will be 1. So 1 is not equal to 0. So this is the false. If this is the false, then which portion will be executed? Then else portion will be executed. System that outdoor println number is odd. So this portion will be executed, the number will be odd. So what will be the result? We can see the number is odd. So in this if else statement, if portion will be true, then if this portion will be executed. If this portion will be false, then this portion will not be executed, else portion will be executed. If the if portion will be true, then the if portion will be executed. If portion will be false, then else portion will be executed in the if else statement. Okay. Okay, now we are coming to the if else if ladder. Public class if else if ladder, we have declared a class. Public static void main integer value, we are inputting the some value. System dot out dot println enter value is, suppose we are entering some value. If the value equal to 1, that means the value we are putting, if 1, then color will be red, this output will be shown. If the value we are putting, the value is 2, then the color will be blue, else the match not found. Okay, so what will be happen? Suppose this is the output box, we are entering a value, the value entered value is, suppose we are putting 1, so value equal to 1. So what will be the result? Color is red. Okay, so this portion will be executed and the other rest of the portion will not be executed. If the portion will be become true, so rest of the portion will not be executed. Suppose we are giving the value is 2. At first it will check this not equal to, so it will go to the else portion. Else if value equals to 2 match, that means this else if portion is true, so this portion will be executed, so color is blue. Okay, now suppose we are giving here that the value is 3. So at first is check the first if condition, value equal to 3, no it is 1, not it is, the result will be false, so it will go to the else if portion. It will be checked that value equals to 2, no again false, because value we are put here 3, so this portion again it will be false, so this portion will not be executed, so else portion will be executed, match not found. What will be happen here? match not found. So when we use the if-else-if ladder, when there is a case that we have to we have to check the multiple condition, then we have to use the if-else-if ladder executed. So when we use the if-else ladder, when there is a multiple condition, we have to check multiple condition, then we have to use if-else-if ladder. Next part is the switch statement. What is the switch statement? Switch statement is that where we have to study some cases, we are giving some cases and we have to execute the program. Suppose we have to declare a public class RGB, we have to input some value, switch, we are in this switch word, we have to pass the value. In the first case, what will be happen? If the first case will be match, then color is red. Next, it will be executed, then it will be break. The program is go through the outside of the program. Next case 2, what will be find out? Color is green, again the break. Case 3, color is blue, break. Default will be system.out.println, wrong input, the program will be end. This is the output window. We are putting the value 1. So in the case 1, they giving the value 1. So case 1, here the value will be inputted in the place of case 1. So color is red. This portion executed. Color is red. The after that, this is break statement means it will not see what is written rest of the program. Just go out from the program. So it will be break the program. Next, suppose we are putting here value 2. That means it match the case 2. That means color green will be output. Okay. Now we are putting here 3. That means these two portion will not, it will not check these two portion. Directly go to the case 3. Okay. Then it will be see or print the color is blue. Okay. Now if we are putting here the 5, so there is only 1, 2 and 3 case, there is no 5. So as there is it will be not check any one of the case, it just execute the default portion, that is the wrong input. Okay. That means in the switch statement, what will be happen? At first, whatever the input you are given, it will be just match with the case. If it is not match with the cases, it just execute the default program. If it will be matched with any one of the case, then only this portion will be executed. Rest of the portion it will be not executed. After execution, the only this portion it will be break, and from this will be go out from the program. So rest of the part will not be executed. This is the importance of, this is the purpose of a switch program. Okay, so this is the switch and break. This keyword is help to break the this portion and go out from the program. Okay, the rest of the portion will not be executed, or if any one case will not be matched, then the default portion will be executed. If case 1, 2, 3 will not match, then default portion will be executed, and after this program will be ended. In switch cases, we can use multiple case statement. I have used here only 2 case statement, 3 case test, 3 case. You can use up to 10, 12, 13, any number of the case you can use switch statement. Okay. Now what we have explained, I have explained if structure, if else, and if else if ladder. Okay, and switch statement. So you revise up to this, and rest of the part of this decision control structure I will explain in the next part of the this video. So take care. Bye.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.